Hi, this is McJty again with another episode of my Let's Play. In this episode I would like to set up a nicer teleportation system that is a bit automated. I also made travel anchors so you can switch between the two bases easily from EnderIO. I will set up a teleportation matter transmitter here. And with a screen to press a button for the location that you want to go. So this will use several RFTools features like wireless redstones, the screens, the simple dialer, and so on. So it would be a good demonstration. Also, I released my pack, so you can now download it if you want. So, but first I need to mine because I'm out of redstone. I prepared an area for the transmitter and the receiver. So there's a power cell below and the receiver, and I've everything put here. So there's a power cell there. Okay. And I would like to have, so you go stand here and you press the button of where you want to go. So you will use screens for that. Let me place the screen. Oh, too close. Like that. By the way, I did mount a probe in my helmet. This is something new you can do with the one probe for vanilla helmets, and I think there are plans for the EnderIO helmet as well. This is a little service area that I made. So for this to work, for the screen to work, it needs power, and power is transmitted remotely using a screen controller. I will put that one right here. So it gets power from this. Scan. So now the screen is recognized. If you go look here, you see it has power now, but it still doesn't show anything because we have no modules in it. I made two button modules which offer wireless redstone. So what I am going to do is temporary. Let me put that one here, but that's only temporary. It's a dialing device, and this is my transmitter here. This is the Botania area. I dial it, and now I can use the simple dialer to remember that configuration. Shift right click, and it said receiver set and transmitter set. And let me put that one down. Okay. Now I need to do the other one. Go dial. That's just for testing, of course. I'm not planning on teleporting from there to there, but it is a test. Okay, that one is also remembered. Let me put that one there. Okay, now I need my wrench because this has a mode. So I set both simple dialers to dial once mode. That means that once you press the button and you go through, the dial will be interrupted. Now I need a redstone receiver, so the blue arrow is where the redstone goes in. Put one here and one here. They don't have a channel yet. So that one. So I right click with the button module. And now I can install, oh, I still need to interrupt the beam, otherwise I will go through. Interrupt. So let me now install both modules. Right click, right click. So you see the modules are installed. Button 1, channel 2, channel 1, I have to see which channel is what. So this one, receiver 2, receiver 1. So this one is, well, we will test, I forgot, this is channel 1, receiver 1, it's a bit confusing. Let me swap those. Channel 1. See? Yeah, that's better. Oh, what happened here? I broke the torch. Ah, by the way, to place these, where the arrow, the orange arrow points, is where in the block you point. For example, if I point it, I want the orange arrow here, I click there. Same for if you mount it on the wall, for example, arrow on the top, you place it there. I see some people are a bit confused with that. Okay. Let me just press a button and see what happens, where I end up. Okay, so the bottom button, this is the one that goes tech base, and the other Botania. So now whenever I want to go to Botania area, I press that button and I go there. Now I need to go back and I come here. So when I have more areas, I can of course increase the buttons that I have. Like that, for example. I can also, I don't know if it will look like, maybe it's, you can make it invisible or you can give it a color. What do I have? For example, blue, let's try that. Actually, I think I'm going to keep it like that. So this demonstrates how you can use these for teleportation. I will set up something similar but in another style at the Botania base. And it's easy to extend. If you need more locations, you just add more of these. And this one is not needed at the moment, but I'll keep it there for adding the more places. Let me go to sleep quickly. Okay, back to some Botania now. This is slow in generating mana, so I would like to try something else. I thought about using the Endo Flame, and it needs 2 brown, 1 red and 1 light grey, and mana powder, which is gunpowder in the mana pool, and that gives this. So I haven't tried that yet. Okay, that seemed to work, and apparently it doesn't need a lot of mana to do that. Okay, so I also needed brown. Let me see, that's the brown one. I only have 1 of those. I'm going to try to see. Someone told me you can right click the petals to get more of these. Let me first sleep. Since I rotated this bed, I no longer get stuck in it, so that's at least good. Nice view. Okay, let's try this. Okay, something is happening. Okay, and then I should use shears. I don't know if I have any here. Probably not. No, and I have no iron either. So let me go fetch some of that. Oh. Was waiting while the world loads. No, no shears, but I can of course make them. Let's see how this works. Oh yes, I see. So you get a lot more like this. Let me generate a bit more. Okay, that's a nice trick. I'll just keep that one there. So I have some brown petals now. I also needed, what was it again? Red and light gray. Just that will be red and light gray. I also only have one red, so let me produce a few more of those. Like this. And a few extra, just to be sure. Okay, I'll just leave them there. Okay, this one I can put back. Okay, I also needed. Yes, I have everything now. So let me fetch the water. I needed 2 brown. Light gray, and 1. It was 1, was it? Yes, 1 of that. Seed. Okay, nice. And it requires coal to generate a lot more mana. Oh, I have coal here. So let's see if that works. First, okay. Okay. Oh yes, that's shooting a lot faster now. Let me throw a bit more coal on it. Oh, not that one. Probably still busy with the previous one. I've never done this before, so I'm just experimenting. Yes, it just consumed it. Okay. Still not having a lot of mana here, but I'm not exactly sure how this is working. I'll have to wait and see. Okay. I will make a few more flowers, try to speed this up a bit, and I will be back. So I added another shelf and I made all the petals. Now I'm lacking a few flowers, but it's not as important anymore. I made tall versions of all the flowers there, and so it's easier for me now to create new petals. Okay, on to more mana generation. Okay, I have something strange going on. I throw in the petals, but it isn't accepting them for some reason. I managed to create one extra day. Also, I don't see this increasing a lot. I don't know how many of these I actually need. Let me also make a block of coal. Let me be more efficient. Once it is ready. This is increasing the green bar, and it seems to be sent to this, but I don't see anything there. Let me try throw in this one. Okay, that should last a bit longer. But now I still have this problem. I don't get what's going on. Let me try to break it and replace it. See if that helps. Yes, I will try to relog, see if that fixes. Okay, so relogging fixes this. I just made another dayboom. Let me try. Yes, now it works. I have no idea what was going on. Looked a bit like a bug, but I have now several more daybooms. Not exactly sure if they have to be. Oh. How can I link this again? Ah. But I still don't see the blue bar increasing, which worries me a bit. I don't think these actually have to be linked. It's still burning that coal. Oh yes, now it increased. I guess it just this has a very big buffer and just takes a long time really. I'm going to make a few more endo flames and hopefully this thing works this time. I just had my first day bloom decay. Okay, let's see how fast we can do it now. I don't have a lot of coal here, but first let me put back those. I don't no longer have brown, flower, red, light grey. This. Let's see. One for you. Yes, it's certainly increasing now. Okay, I'll wait a bit until these have been used up and see how much mana I have then. Another one just decayed. I don't think, but I'm not sure if these decay or not. I probably can set up some kind of automation with the open crate, and this is surely increasing now, so that's good. I also just made a few light blue petals, and apparently I'm also missing orange, but I'm out of bone meal, sorry. Couldn't remember the name of that. Okay, good. It's increasing, so things are working. They last a long time on block of coal, so that's ideal. As I remember, original goal was to make ender pearls with this. And you really need a lot of mana for this. And given how slow mana generation goes, and the fact that you also need the ghast here, and this one, but I don't hope that it's used up, I'm not sure. I think it might be a while before we actually have can do that with Botania. Luckily I now have another source of ender pearls, so it's not that urgent. But okay, I'm back at the base now, and teleported back. My transporter is empty, almost empty, and I noticed we're also almost out of power. Teleporting all the way here, and just noticed I'm getting an error here in one group. I will see the logs what's happening there, but I'm basically practically out of power, so I'm going to help this machine along a bit. Also this, make some charcoal for after that. Okay, so one of the next priorities I have is power supply. Before I continue with Botania, I would like to set up better power generation, and I think I will make an energetic generator from RFTools. This is a pretty complicated machine, but if done well, it can generate a lot of power. It needs ender pearls. At this moment I don't have a sustained source of ender pearls. However, I do have even with a few ender pearls I can still generate a lot of power. So I can for now manually feed in the ender pearls that way. So by next episode I will have picked a spot for this generator. I'm not sure exactly where I want to place it. Probably somewhere in this area. I may actually do it in that floor. I was planning to do ore processing, but actually I don't need that much space for ore processing. Let me check. This area here should be sufficient to set an energetic power generator, and then ore processing can still happen there, so that should be fine. Okay, so that will be for next episode, because the power situation is a bit bad right now. Let me charge this, but once, so I have to keep this charged, but when it now everything is depleted, so when I try to use these, okay, they have charged now, but as soon as that goes away, also this the screen is luckily not using any power, because button module doesn't use power. It doesn't do any monitoring, it's passive, so that's good at least. But still, every time I teleport, it takes a huge chunk out of my power. So this wraps up this episode. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial at the beginning, and next time it will be another tutorial, but a bit more complicated. I will try to explain the energetic step by step, so that it will be clear. Also, next episode will be episode 10, so there will be a world download after that, and a pack update to go with that. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye.